have entered the market in Houston and San Antonio are not able to comply with the ADA. Yesterday, we filed a lawsuit in San Antonio on their behalf. Our lawsuit seeks to address concerns of the disabled community, and we wanted to come to you to request that in any future discussions, negotiations, or agreements reached with public transportation providers, that you, as regulators for that industry, remember and ensure compliance with the civil rights of the special needs community. Thank you.
Councilmember Gagos? Sorry, sir, Mr. President, we have a late button here. Come on, come on back.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Riley, thank you for coming up here. Can you please elaborate on the problems that they're having with them?
So essentially, and specifically the lawsuit that we have filed is against Uber and Lyft, transportation companies that have entered the markets that do not provide special needs, for instance, vehicles that provide lifts for mobility impaired customers or other accommodations for disabled individuals.
Do you have any further questions, Councilmember? Councilmember Kubash?
Let me ask you this, since San Antonio has an ERO ordinance, have y'all considered filing under that for discrimination against the disabled?
So our lawsuit is under the ADA. We believe the ADA requires public accommodation services that are provided to the general public not discriminate against the disability community. So we've looked at it.
But are there ordinance there, would it allow for you to file a complaint?
Favoring opposed, motion carried.
So we've looked at the remedies that are provided by the
Okay,
ADA.
I'm gonna go back to my question. There's an ERO ordinance here in San Antonio to protect those that are disabled. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you're a lawyer?
I am.
Do they have a remedy there that would allow them, and I don't know if it would apply here as well, but I think it would, if somebody doesn't provide a ride for them, would that be in violation of that ordinance?
It would be in violation of that ordinance. The lawsuit that doesn't
But
include.
it would be a civil, maybe it would be a criminal infraction, but that's what I want to know, but I thank you for answering that.
You bet.
Councilmember Sir.
Thank you, Mayor.
Sorry.
So you're calling it as an ADA lawsuit?
That's-
Because you feel that that has more merit, more, why would I
So,
follow the question of my colleague?
yeah, so that's a good question.
Favoring opposed,
Actually, we've considered a number of causes of action. This is one that we've settled on at this moment. There may be additional causes of action that as the information we gather, et cetera, moves on. But within the confines of attorney-client privilege and work product, I really don't want to discuss our strategies beyond
May I ask
saying,
another question then?
Sure.
Would you be aware of any other lawsuits across the country with regard that have used the ADA as their foundation for a lawsuit?
I think I am not familiar with such a lawsuit, but I am familiar that there have been discussions of that sort that have gone on across the country.
Is reasonable accommodations, or what is the merit of your?
So it's both a denial of service and reasonable accommodations.
Thank you.
Councilmember Wright.
Thank you, Mayor. So the proposed ordinance as written, are you of the opinion that it would violate ADA as well? Second.
Opposed, motion carried.
Thank you, Councilman.
Councilman, I don't have an opinion about that at this moment. What I wanted to do with my presentation today is to simply inform the council that there is this concern within the disabled community and that we've taken steps in this lawsuit that we filed in San Antonio. We represent two individuals from Houston and an individual from San Antonio.
Have you had an opportunity to review the proposed ordinance?
I've not, and I haven't come here to make any suggestions about that. I'm not part of any coordinated.
Can we just tell us about San Antonio, Texas now?
No. So both of these companies operate in both Houston and San Antonio, and our clients are from Houston.
Okay.
And so,
Thank you, Councilman. May I suggest, kindly professionally, if you would review the item on the table, it would help us, the decision makers to make some decision. I would like to have your opinion based on the item that's before the body.
I will certainly consider submitting something like that.
Thank you, County. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Councilmember Costello.
Motion to rescind.
Favor, opposed, motion carries.
Just a quick question, I think you just answered it. So the claimants are 2 private individuals,
Three.
3? and-
Two from Houston and one from San Antonio.
And defendants are,
Uber and Lyft.
thank you.
And council members, I would encourage you to review the portion of our ordinance that actually establishes task force in conjunction with our existing disabilities commission. Councilmember Green.
Thank you. In San Antonio, does the city help subsidize any transportation provider for ADA services?
I'm not familiar with the manner in which the city coordinates those items.
Councilmember Gagos.
So in San Antonio, for example, you're saying that someone that is disabled and was going to use Uber or Lyft and use their app, they were not able to get a vehicle that would provide assistance in regards to a wheelchair or something to that effect for them to use that vehicle? Motion to extend?
Favor, opposed, motion carries.
That's correct.
So, therefore, in regards to San Antonio, Yellow Cabs in San Antonio is well, correct?
That's correct.
And then they have like what they have here in Houston, a Metro Lift, similar to something like Metro Lift, where they provide the disabled person with access for their wheelchair.
The current providers, whether they're independent or Yellow Cab, are required to comply with the ADA and do have vehicles of that sort available.
I think.
It is worth pointing out that the city of Houston's existing ordinance does not require vehicles for hire to be ADA accessible. No further questions, thank you. Another lady's button, sir.
Sorry about
Councilmember
that.
Wood.
Just out of curiosity, sir, are you a consultant of any one of the entities, or are
He's
you?
involved in a lawsuit.
Are you the attorney that's involved in the lawsuit?
That's correct.
Oh, okay.